What you're about to witness isn't just construction, it's the story of an escape. One man's astonishing quest to carve a sanctuary out of the wild, using only his hands and his will. He's not just building a house, he's forging a new reality. But a hidden challenge in the heart of this forest could unravel everything. Stay with us. The secret to his survival will be unveiled. Every dream begins with a single, deliberate action. Here, in the vast quiet of the woods, the first pieces of a legacy are joined. With primitive tools and raw strength, he begins to tame the wilderness. Each swing of the hammer is a note in the symphony of creation. Slowly, the ambitious scale of his vision begins to emerge from the forest floor. The wood itself dictates the design, each log telling a part of the story. In this world, precision is everything. A fraction of an inch can mean the difference between success and failure. Ancient techniques of leverage and balance are his greatest allies. The roar of the chainsaw is a stark contrast to the silence of the woods. Piece by piece, a shelter is born from the trees that surround it. The skeleton of the structure stands as a testament to the progress made. A moment of reflection, a silent acknowledgement of the work accomplished. With his loyal companion by his side, the day's labor comes to a close. He looks upon his work not just as a builder, but as a creator. The humble structure stands complete, a symbol of perseverance. But the journey is far from over. A new, more ambitious project begins. Splitting the heartwood, revealing the raw potential within. The foundation for a much larger dream is now being laid. The echo of the hammer returns, signaling a new chapter. He works with an intense focus, lost in the language of wood and steel, shaping each log with the patient, rhythmic strokes of an artist. The first level of the grand design takes its formidable shape. But nature presents its own challenges. Some tasks require more than muscle alone. Modern tools arrive, blending new technology with ancient craftsmanship. Each hole drilled is a promise of a connection, a joint that will hold for a lifetime. The structure is being fastened together, one pin at a time, driving home the pegs that will secure his future. Massive timbers, the bones of the house, are moved into place. He checks for level, ensuring the foundation of his dream is true. A fortress of solitude rises from the earth, solid and unyielding. He walks the perimeter, inspecting every detail, every joint. The shaping continues, refining the raw logs into a perfect fit. This is a slow, methodical dance between man and material. Now, the colossal roof beams are raised, a pivotal moment in the build. Together, they lift the immense weight, defying gravity. The upper level takes shape, reaching for the canopy of the forest. The forest itself seems to watch, a silent observer to this transformation. He carves notches with surgical precision, a technique passed down through generations. Even in this remote place, the timeless rhythm of the handsaw is heard, framing the windows that will one day look out upon this wild kingdom. The work does not stop when the sun goes down. Dedication knows no hour. He gathers insulation from the earth itself, a gift from nature. With the help of machinery, the heaviest pieces are set, guiding a giant into its final resting place. A temporary roof is installed, a crucial step to protect the structure within. Now the focus turns inward, building the heart of the home. The interior frame rises, defining the spaces where a life will unfold. The floor is laid, a solid ground on which to stand. Transporting the materials is a monumental task in itself. The tractor becomes an extension of his own strength. Lifting the final rafters, the peak of the sanctuary. He measures twice, knowing there is no room for error. Scribing the unique contour of one log onto another for a perfect, seamless fit. With a final push, a key piece of the puzzle locks into place. He stands within his creation, a master of his own small universe. The raw power of the chainsaw, skillfully handled, carves the final shapes. Protective gear on, he commits to the most dangerous cuts. From this high perch, he commands a view of his entire domain. The delicate work of creating joints that will bind the house together. He now weaves moss between the logs, an ancient, natural form of insulation. Preparing the ridge pole, the backbone of the entire roof. The crane lifts the massive timber, a moment of breathtaking tension. Carefully, he guides it home, the crown jewel of the structure. With an axe, he makes the final adjustments, finessing the fit. Perched atop his creation, he performs the finishing touches. The house now stands complete, a formidable and beautiful structure. It is in these final details that a craftsman's soul is revealed. Each shaving of wood is a mark of his dedication. A look of quiet satisfaction, of a challenge met and conquered. The finished home, nestled in the woods, looks as if it grew from the soil itself. Sweeping away the last of the sawdust, the final act of creation. One last inspection, absorbing the reality of what he has built. The perfect joinery, a testament to his skill. Every surface shaped by hand, every corner a work of art. Here it stands, a timeless cabin in a wild, forgotten world. The beauty lies in the joinery, an intricate puzzle of interlocking wood. Wooden dowels, not metal nails, will hold this masterpiece together. He drives the pegs home, locking the frame with timeless tradition. Guided by hand-drawn lines, his work is exact and unforgiving, measuring for the complex angles of the roof structure. He uses a traditional sliding bevel to capture the perfect angle, creating a template that will be replicated across the structure. Each cut is made by hand, following the pencil line with unwavering focus, verifying the angle one last time before making the final commitment. A clamp holds the piece steady for the intricate work ahead. Hoisting one of the main supports into its final position. Securing the joint, the house grows stronger with every peg. Now, the roof itself begins its ascent. A close-up reveals the astonishing precision of the timber frame. Gently, he coaxes a massive rafter into its notch. The handsaw sings again, shaping another piece of the puzzle. With a chisel, he carves out a perfect mortise, combining ancient tools to solve a modern geometry problem. His workshop is the forest floor, littered with the remnants of his labor. With a final, mighty effort, the main roof beam is lifted into the sky. The roof is the final frontier of this build, the most complex challenge yet. Tapping the rafters into place, completing the skeleton of the roof. Straps and pulleys provide the mechanical advantage needed for this heavy lifting. Every part of the system must be perfect. The stakes are high. The intricate rigging is a testament to his ingenuity. The force of the sledgehammer drives the massive joints together. From this precarious position, he makes fine adjustments. He sits atop the completed frame, a king surveying his kingdom. Now, the floor of the second story is carefully laid. Returning to the axe, he shapes a log with practiced ease. Patience and endurance, the two most important tools in his possession. Using simple string lines to ensure the entire roof is perfectly aligned. He wrestles the final rafter into position with sheer determination. A perfect meeting of two massive timbers high above the ground. The roof frame stands complete, an elegant and powerful design. But a house needs a foundation. He mixes concrete, the modern anchor for his traditional footings that will connect his creation to the earth. As evening approaches, the work continues, lit by the fading sun. Chiseling away at the details that will make this house a home. Every measurement is critical as he prepares the final logs. The process begins again, boring holes for the pins that will lock it all together. A metal plate will anchor the massive wooden posts to the concrete foundation. He uses a compass to scribe a perfect circle, ensuring a tight fit. The rhythmic chop of the axe echoes through the clearing. Bolting the post to its anchor, a fusion of wood, metal, and stone. The first of the mighty support posts is muscled into place. A system of ropes and pulleys makes the impossible possible. The bright red hook is a modern touch in this ancient process. He guides the log with a cant hook, turning its immense weight with leverage. Checking for plumb, ensuring the post is perfectly vertical. The final support beam is laid across the posts, completing the main frame. A mystical morning mist envelops the forest, as if nature itself is watching. He works on the smaller details now, the touches that bring life to the structure. A quiet moment of rest with his faithful companion. The peeled log reveals the fresh, pale wood beneath the bark, marking out the cuts for the intricate roof joinery. Nudging a massive beam into its final, perfect position. With the axe, he carefully shapes the notch for a flawless fit. He feels the depth of the groove, his fingers reading the wood. But the tranquility is threatened as storm clouds gather on the horizon. Racing against the weather, he works to seal the roof. Every peg driven home is a small victory against the coming storm. He knows this massive log was hauled here by tractor, a reminder of the power required. Applying a sealant, a protective skin for the vulnerable wood. The ridge pole, the single most important beam, is carefully hoisted. His hands guide the immense weight, feeling the balance of the log. He sits astride the beam, maneuvering it with skill and courage. Securing the peak of the house, the highest point of his dream. The final adjustments are made with care and precision. The sound of the hammer echoes, a rhythm of relentless progress. A close-up on the final peg, the linchpin of the entire structure. He works high above the ground, completely at home in this dangerous environment. Carving with a chisel, he adds the finishing touches to the joinery. One final blow to secure the frame against the elements. Sunlight streams through the trees, a sign of hope after the storm has passed, preparing the planks that will form the roof's final layer. The roof decking is laid, transforming the skeleton into a shelter. He nails down the planks, his movements efficient and sure. The roof is closing in, creating a dark, protected space below. With astonishing speed, the roof is sheathed and the house is sealed. The roof is a vast expanse, a wooden shield against the sky. Every plank is placed with care, creating a seamless, protective layer. From this vantage point, the sheer scale of the project is breathtaking. Looking up from inside, the geometry of the roof is a work of art. As evening approaches, the work intensifies. The interlocking timbers create a pattern of incredible strength and beauty. The view from below showcases the masterful construction. A finished doorway, an inviting entrance into this handcrafted world. He carries a plank for the decorative fascia, the final aesthetic touch. Sketching a design, adding his personal signature to the house. Even the dog seems to admire the progress, a silent partner in the journey. He treats the wood, protecting it for the many years to come. Cleaning the joints, ensuring every detail is perfect. Next comes the weatherproofing, a critical barrier against rain and snow. He staples the membrane carefully, ensuring no moisture can penetrate. The final, decorative bark boards are installed. The last piece of the roof is put into place. The house stands finished, a masterpiece of natural building. A monument to one man's vision and unbreakable spirit. This is more than a home, it's a statement. The final roofing material is laid, a modern shield over a traditional heart. He uses a string line to keep the courses perfectly straight. He moves with the fluid grace of someone who has spent a lifetime at his craft. The rhythmic tapping of the hammer is the final sound of construction. Layer upon layer, the roof is fortified against the elements. The ladder is his only connection to the ground, a symbol of the risk involved. His focus is absolute, each nail driven with purpose. The pattern of the shingles emerges, adding texture and detail. The work is repetitive, a meditation in action. The progress is steady, the end is now in sight. He turns his attention to another traditional technique, charring wood to preserve it. He then seals the charred surface with oil, creating a beautiful, durable finish. Back on the roof, the final sections are being completed. He carefully places the last few shingles, the final pieces of the armor. This is the meticulous work that defines a master craftsman. The roof line is now clean, sharp, and perfectly executed. The house is now fully protected, ready to face the seasons. The project is nearing its triumphant conclusion. Every detail is complete, every surface finished. He lays down a thick layer of insulation, ensuring warmth in the coldest winters. He moves with a practiced efficiency. The work is second nature now. The insulation blankets the entire roof, a cozy layer against the elements. Now a waterproof membrane is rolled out, the final line of defense. He secures the membrane, ensuring a perfect, watertight seal. Nature offers a momentary distraction, a beautiful fungus growing nearby. Back to the task at hand, he lays down wooden battens for the final roof covering. This grid work provides spacing and airflow for the roofing material. He works across the vast expanse, his task nearing completion. The roof stands ready, a multi-layered system of protection and craftsmanship. The finished house, a permanent and beautiful feature in the timeless forest. A very special thank you to the owner of the Bjorn Brenton for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.